Welcome to Viking.TV's Wellness channel. Once again, it's a Saturday and I'm here on the deck with you. Thank you for being with me. So today, as I have said a couple of times, but I kept forgetting the blocks, but here they are. So if you still want to sit on a chair, that's okay. You don't have to sit on a block. But if you're ready to take the next step from the chair and not really ready to go all the way, that's when we use the block. So for example, on the floor, you can take your blocks and create a little seat for yourself here, or you can use a meditation cushion too. And then sit on top of it, and then you have a nice seated position for your spine. If you have no problem sitting on the floor, but it's a little in your hips, then you can use the blocks underneath your knee. And if you feel still, as I said before, feel free to sit on the chair, okay? But if you are already there and have no problems, then just sit as you are on the floor. Okay, so breathe in deep. Exhale slowly. Today we will do a traditional yoga class with support of the blocks. So exhale completely out. Inhale deep. And exhale out. Close your eyes to bring you in towards the inward journey. And you breathe in with awareness. And you exhale out with awareness. So you are fully aware of the gentleness of your breath all the time. Feel abdomen expand, abdomen contract as you inhale and exhale. But also feel your ribcage expanding, opening up, and then as you exhale, it releases. So breathe in the full abdominal, the full diaphragmatic breath. Inhale deeply and exhale out slowly. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in deep. Exhale slowly. And as you inhale, you bring energy into the body in the form of oxygen. And then as you exhale, feel the release and the relaxation that comes from the out-breath. Surrender to the out-breath completely. Inhale, exhale, let go. And bring your focus, your whole mindset in towards the practice of your body and your mind to calm down and strengthen, relax, and to release. Let's start with some simple warm-ups. Arms to the side. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Turn your head to the right as you inhale. Exhale into the center. Turn your head to the left and then back to the center. Inhale to the right and back to the center. To the left and back to the center. Inhale, head up and exhale, head down. Inhale, head up and down. Now circle your head over to the right and exhale to the center. Inhale to the left and back into the center. Inhale to the right and back into the center. Inhale to the left and to the center. Bring your hands behind you, interlock your hands. If you can find your hands, take a strap or towel and then connect your hands that way, and then open your chest. Full breath in, full breath out, release. Now bring your hands to your knee, and as you exhale, round your back. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round your back. And inhale, open your chest into an arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Feel vertebra for vertebra. And come on up. Inhale, arms over your head. And now, gently from side to side. Exhale. Inhale, like tick and tock. Inhale, very gently, side to side. And we do 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, and into the center. Drop your arms, and now lift your arm up and over towards the right and stretch your whole left side body. Chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your sit bone, your left sit bone rooting down. And now coming up and to the other side. Stretch it out. Inhale. Lift your chest. And now coming up. Now let's come up on all 4 into child's pose. If you're sitting on a chair still, you can just lean forward over your legs and bring your hands to the feet. And then, if you can, sit here with me and let your head drop down. If your sit bones don't come down, you can take a block and just place it there on the top. And then you can be on your elbows and let your head drop down. But if you can, sit on your heels. You can open your knees out to the side if you like, and then bring your head towards the floor. And now breathe deeply into the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. If you're sitting on a chair, just lift yourself up into a seated position. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Now come on up to downward dog if you're not on a chair. Then bring your sit bones to the sky. And you can have bent knee and heels can be lifted from the floor, no problem. Now lift up your front ribs and lift up your belly so you support your spine. Now broaden your shoulder and spread your fingers. And now stretch your knees out and root your heels down. Also here, you can use blocks underneath your hands if you feel that will help you to get a better stretch. And then just pressing back. Then there won't be too much weight on your hands. And sometimes that can help in the beginning. So really focus on just broaden your shoulders. Good. And then we walk all the way up to our hands. And then bend your knees. And then we roll up, vertebra for vertebra, arms up over the head. Now if you're sitting on a chair, you just follow. And you probably have done it with me before in previous classes, but if you're here for the first time, you just listen to my voice. Inhale, lift your arms over the head, and as you exhale, lean forward over your legs and come down and touch your toes. And then inhale, come all the way up again, open your heart, and exhale. So, if it's the first time you're standing up, feel free to take your blocks one foot around in front of your feet, and then we'll do it there. Inhale. Of course, if you don't have any problem touching your toes, then you don't need the blocks. But you can go halfway down there. And then inhale, coming up. Now we change it up a little. So inhale, even if you're sitting down, just follow my voice. Exhale down to the blocks or to the toes. Then inhale halfway up, just look forward. And then exhale down again. And then inhale, come all the way up and down. So either sitting, using your block, or nothing. Follow, inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands down to the toes. Inhale halfway up. And then exhale down. And then inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Very good. Now take your feet out hip distance apart. And you can have blocks in front of you. If you're sitting on a chair, you just lean forward and use the forward fold there. So inhale, take your hands to the hip, lift your chest up. And from the hip, come forward. And here you can grab the blocks or the floor. Then inhale again, halfway up. And then exhale, let your head drop down, chin in towards your chest. For you more flexible, you can maybe go down but not feeling totally comfortable. Then you can have the block underneath your head. Or if you're sitting on a chair, you have the comfort of your leg to lean upon. But some of you are ready to come back all the way and touch your heels. Shoulders up and let your head be loose and relaxed. So feel a tiny little inner rotation from the top of the thigh, rooting down, pressing towards the big toe. Shoulders are lifted, chin to chest. Breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. Feel the awareness of your breath. Breathing in with your whole body. Exhaling with your whole body. Good. Then as you inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the hip. And then inhale, come on all the way up and release. Now if you have two blocks, you can have one on each side. That makes it a little easier, but else you can just move the block from side to side. Take your feet out 2 to 3 feet apart. You can still sit and do this, so just sitting on your chair and then lift up if you want to. Okay, so inhale and turn your right foot out. So you feel the right foot is turning out there and the left heel is out as well, like 45 degrees. Hip is squared with the front. Inhale your arms up. And now exhale, come as far as you can. And then place the hand on the block on the outside or the inside of your foot. If you have a chair, the hand can also be at the seat of the chair. And for you more open and flexible, you can take your angle or place the hand on the floor if you like. So breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. Full inhale. Feel that outer rotation, the twist of your spine, and stretching out of the right side body and shoulders down. And gaze up towards your thumb if your neck allow it, or else just look down. Of course, we smile. So we get that positive vibration to our whole being. Okay, so now inhale up. If you have one block, take it over to the other side, or else just twist your feet, lift it up, and reach out, and we reach down for the block, and then you have it on the outside or the inside of your feet, or you bring your hand to the ankle or to the floor, whatever you can. Now feel the stretch there on the right hip, stretching out from the left side body, feeling the outer rotation of your thighs. Shoulders down away from the ears. Head is facing down, forward, or up. Inhale. Exhale. Stay for a little while, really aligning your spine. Keep breathing into the body. Feel where can you stretch more? Where can you twist more? Where can you rotate more? Spread your toes. Eyes can be closed to ensure that inward journey and not be distracted of the outer world. Good. Now inhale, come up again. And then feet parallel. Hands to your hip. Inhale your chest up. And then exhale, come forward. Hands can be on the floor. If you're sitting on a chair, the feet can just be out to the side and you are in between your leg with your hands on the floor. Again, we can use blocks. So inhale halfway up and then exhale down. If you can go further, but still feel that you need the assistance of a block, just bring the top of the head on the block. And if you have no problems, then take the block away. You can always bend the knees a little and just let your head be very relaxed here. Inhale deep. Exhale out slowly. Full breath in. Full breath out. And even if you almost come down, sometimes it's nice to have the block underneath your head on the lowest level. Okay. Now, as you inhale, halfway up again, and then exhale, and inhale, coming up. And if you have the blocks, take them on the outside now. Okay, so turn your right foot out, left heel out. Remember, all this can be done seated or without blocks. I'm just choosing to show you how to use the blocks today. So if you're sitting, sit on the chair so the chair is right underneath your leg. Lift your arms up and then elbow to the knee and spin the arm over the head. So you can choose here, but if you're over the time, we have actually, believe it or not, practiced together here for 9 months now, then maybe your body have opened. So take the block on the outside or the inside of your foot and then lift up and stretch out. Feel how your right side move forward and then feel the twist in your body. And gaze towards the palm of the hand if your neck allow it. Breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. And then lift it up. And you can help with your hand. And then turn to the other side. And then again we bend the knee. And we can have the hand here. We can have elbow down. And you can start to use the blocks if you like. And then take your arm over the head and open it up. Stretch out of the left side body. Inhale. Exhale. Full inhalation. Full exhalation. Stretch it out from the left. Feel the twist. And good. And then inhale, come all the way up again. And turn your feet forward one more time. Inhale, open your arms to the side. And exhale, hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and open your heart. Now coming forward and down. So if your hands don't connect, again, you can take a strap and combine your hands that way. So you have a little connection to the strap. But if you have no problem, just interlock your hands and let your hands drop over. Also here, you can have the block underneath your head. If you feel that is better for your balance or you feel more secure that way, then that's an option. And if, as always, you can bend the knee if needed and then drop it down. Inhale, exhale. Remember, you don't have to look at the screen. I just give you all these options if you're ready to go further, or else you just do the pose as always. And then inhale, coming up. And then exhale, hands to the side. Bend your knees and step it in. Very good. Now, go to the wall or to a counter so you have something to support you at. You might not need it, and then you can just be as you are. So, take your right foot up to the ankle, underneath the knee, or above the knee, but never on the knee. So watch out you don't fall into the side, but you lift yourself up, feel it. So you can be here, you can be here. And if you feel stable, take both arms up. So sip the belly, root your tailbone, press down to the standing big toe. Breathe it in, feel the whole body breathing. Almost like you're breathing in from the sole of the feet and taking the energy all the way up to the top of the head, to the tip of the fingers, and then breathe it back down to the sole of the foot. Exhale, hands down, and then down. Good. Now to the other side. Lift it up wherever you can be. It's your practice. We are not competing, we are not forcing the body. And then just hold it there. But remember, you can always have the hand at the wall or on the counter or at the edge of your chair. Inhale. Exhale. Smile. Smile to yourself. Breathe with your whole body. Feel the energy moving up and down from the toes to the head, from the head to the toes. And then take it down and step into the mat again and walk it out a little. Good. Now, let's sit down. So, when we are seated, we can also use the block. As I said earlier, you can sit on the block. That will help your lower back to lift up so you get a little more hinge there. And that you should choose to do if you're sitting on the floor and falling back like that, so you can come up and sit. If you can sit, then just be here. You use your block as a support in front of you. You can bring the elbows on the block. And if you're really flexible and want a little more intense stretch, then you can take your hands. It's like an extension, and interlock your hands around the block and coming down. So see, the blocks are like assistance. They're not because you're not good enough and because you're inflexible. See it as an assistance that help you to go further in your practice. And then eventually coming down. And if you can, interlock your hands or hook your wrist. And now just breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. Feel the side of the body stretching. Ever so gently breathing in. Ever so gently breathing out. Let your head relax. And then as you inhale, come all the way up. Take your hands behind you. As you inhale, roll the shoulder back and point your toes. And lift your heart. And let your head just drop back a little. Don't hang, but just lift up and out and then look up. This is the first variation. Second variation could be to sit on a block and then lift your heart here. And eventually, as you be stronger, you come all the way up. In the meanwhile, you could also bend your knee and up. And you can also practice a little more height, just sitting on the block. You can even sit on 2 blocks. Lift your chest up by pressing to your hands. Stretch out of the back of the neck like somebody held your head. And then bring your chin in. Lift yourself up and either keep sitting on the block or be on the floor, and then we bend the right knee and take it up. Here we can have the blocks under the knee, either height if you're very tight in your inner thigh, or you can have it under, or you can have it on the middle. So find your way. I like to put it on an edge so it doesn't look like this, so you have the sharp end, but a little on the edge so the flat is supporting my thigh. Okay. And then, of course, like before, you can bring your elbows, your hands, and then relax. Breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. And then as the body opens over time, you can take the blocks away and then coming further down. Relax your head. We call this knee to head to knee pose. So just allow yourself to bow forward and breathe. Then coming up and stretch it out. Other side, take it up. Either sit on the block, have the block under the knee, under your hands, under the elbows. And again, like before, we could have it underneath the foot and stretch out a little more. But most important is that you have this little twist so the midline come right over the inseam of your thighs. And then coming down into the head to knee pose. Breathe in deep. Exhale slowly. Bring the full awareness to your in-breath and the full awareness to your out-breath. Deep inhalation, slow exhalation. And you can close your eyes. Bring all the attention inward. And then inhale, we come up. And then stretch it out, shake your hips out a little. And then we will do a twist. Once again, feel free to sit on a block if you sink into the lower back. If you do that, have another block behind you as well. I show you. Also sit with legs straight in front of you. Bend one knee and take it on the inside or the outside. Hold it, hug it, or bring your elbow over. Then lift your chest and then rotate back. If you feel this one should be higher, that's okay. That can help you to lift your chest, then do so. Inhale deep. Exhale slowly. Fully aware of your in-breath. Fully aware of your out-breath. If you can also grab your ankle. Two more deep breaths here. And then we release. Stretch the leg out. And of course you can sit on the floor as we always do. Or you can sit on the chair and just grab for the back of the chair. And take the opposite knee. So take it over. But all that I have told you so many times in the previous episodes. So sit up tall. Take your hand behind you. Find your block. Either hold it, hug it, bring it over to the other side, or grab your ankle. Most important here is to lift yourself up of the lower back and feel the rotation from your waist and your chest, and then your neck. Inhale deep. Exhale slowly. Fully aware of your in-breath. Fully aware of your out-breath. Feel the ribcage expanding and then the belly contracting. Feel the wave of your breath. Maybe you even can listen to the sound of your breath. It sounds like a wave coming in and going out. Excellent. Now take it into the center and then stretch your leg out. Come on down. And now You can have the blocks side by side or only one block, and take your feet up on the top of the block if you need that, and sit back. If that's too much still, then just have your feet on the ground, feet together. But this can help you to get a little more into the core, into the hip flexors. So lift your chest and just be there. If you're ready, lift your feet up, and then you can always dip them down again. You can do high, and you can do all the way up. Spread your toes and feel the inner rotation. If you get tired, just be there and rest your feet on the block. Look towards your toes, shoulders down. And now feet together and open up. Again, we can use the block either to sit on or to bring them right underneath here if we are very tight in our inner thighs. So lifting up and then coming forward. And if you have no problem there in the inner thigh, they just drop down, but it's more coming forward as a problem, then you can have your head resting on blocks like that. You can also use your blocks as an elbow rest. And if you can go further down into a lower head rest. So you can see you can also use one block high and one on the low. And now we just sit and breathe in deep. Exhale out slowly. Feel your ribcage expanding and your belly contracting. And then we come up and we bring our knees together and we take them out to the side. So take your hands behind you again. Sit on a block if you want to. If your legs here are very tight, another option you can do is always to bring the block underneath. And again, a little on an edge there, so you don't get the edge of the block in to stop your circulation. And then you can just sit here. As the legs opens up, you can go here. You can bring your hand, you can bring your elbows, and you can use the block for your head. And then eventually, not in a week, maybe not in a year, but over time, you can come all the way down. Remember, in yoga, we practice patience and we practice tolerance to honoring and respecting the body's signals and where we are in life. So breathing in deep, exhaling out slowly. And then coming up and take your legs together, and we come down and lie on our belly for a little while. And bring the elbows right underneath your shoulders. Remember, if it's behind, you're hanging in your shoulders. And then if it's here and it's too high, then take your elbows forward rather than behind. And if you can straighten your arms fully out. But if you're in between floor and straighten your arms, you can use blocks to elevate up here. And then just hang out here. You want to keep your hips basically relaxed. And then press to the top of the feet a little and rock your tailbone down so you feel the pubic bone towards the floor. So either you are on your elbows, on the blocks, or you can take the block right there underneath your chest as a support as well. And then you can have the other block underneath your head. Then you are totally supported, can totally surrender to this back bend. And then for you who are ready to go all the way, hands at the side, and lift it up and roll the shoulders back. Okay. So there's a lot of information today, but I think it can benefit you to know how to use the blocks and support your practice. So you, in a very relaxed, supported way, can keep growing deeper and deeper into the practice. And then we come down and take your hands and lift yourself up, and then just gently round your back. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Once again, sit back on your heels and then stretch it out. Let your head come down. We move very slowly. Remember what I said in the beginning, that you can sit on the block or you can roll a blanket in between, and then you can have a block underneath your head as well and stretch your arms out. Your knees can still be open if needed. And then you can be in your child pose just as you are. Another variation of child's pose is to take your arms down to the side. But it's best not to use blocks here, because then there's too much pressure on your head. So that demand that you actually can sit on your heels. Okay, hands at your side. Lift yourself up and take your legs in front of you. And last but not least, come down and lie on your back. And again, if you like, you can use a block. So lift your hip up, make a feet hip width apart, knee hip width apart, and watch out the knee don't splay out to the side. Then make a little pelvic tilt. Lift your hip up, and you can be here and hold it. You can interlock and bring your shoulder blades under. And if you feel tired, or you just want to work a little more with just opening, you can bring a block underneath your hip. The block should be at the sacrum, not up in your waistline, not at your hamstring, but right there. And if it's too high, then you go down on the next level. If that's too high, you go down to the lowest level. And then just have your hands at the side. Now you can just focus on relaxing and open up your hips. But if you want to build up your strength, then just lift up without the block. And you can have it here for a little while, and then when you feel my hips are open now press to your feet and then just lift it up and hold it. And then you take the block away, arms to the side, and then one vertebra at a time down, and then bring your knees up to the chest and gently rock from side to side. Excellent. Now you can take a strap or a towel or your foot and then hold your leg up. The left leg can be bent, the left leg can be straight. And if you can just take your ankle or your foot. Feel again there's a little tiny inner rotation of the thighs, so don't fall out to the side like that. But just roll it in and feel the alignment of your spine, the length of your neck. Keep that soft inner smile. Breathing in deep. Exhale out slowly. Good. Now bend the knee. Take your hand on the other side. And then we go all the way over. Here you can take a block underneath the knee if you need. But I want you to keep the shoulder on the floor so you get that stretch over your chest and your arm. If you can bring the knee to the floor without lifting your shoulder, then that's good. Or else it can just hang here, that's fine too. And you can rock a little. Good, and then we come up and bend your knee into the center. Straighten your leg and take the other one up. Remember, this knee can be bent, and then take it up. Full breath in, full breath out. Feel that nice stretch on your hamstrings. Smile to yourself. It doesn't need to be a physical smile, but just feeling, how does it feel to smile? Just going into the mindset of feeling smiling makes me happy. It helped me, that little practice has helped me so much through this 9 months with all the challenges we have in our life and adjustments and just finding new ways to live for most of us. And then bend the knee and straighten your leg on the floor if it's not already, and then bring it over. If you use your block here, then just bring it over and have it underneath your knee and over. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the rhythm of your breath expanding and contracting. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And then coming in and straighten your legs out. Let the toes drop to the side. Shake your hip out a little and rock your shoulders under and palms facing up. Lift your head so you feel the length of the neck. Now if you don't like lying down, you can sit up on a chair or in your couch. And if it's because you have a hard time lying on a hard surface, you can lie on a couch. You can even lie on your bed, but watch how you don't fall asleep and the whole day go by. Okay, so close your eyes, breathe in deep, and exhale out slowly. In stressful, worrying, anxious moment, the breath is our best help. There's nothing that can help us more than just to take a deep breath in and exhale out slowly. Inhale and exhale into the feelings, the stress, the tension in your body, and then let it go. Of course, it's always nice to have a good friend, a family member to be with in these times, but teach each other to breathe and relax. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Feel the back of your head heavy and relaxed. And your shoulders dropping down, back of the hands, your heels are heavy, and just be in the awareness of your breath. And let's take a minute here, just completely still, quiet, and just surrender to the breath. Let go. Feel your eyes are relaxed, your joints relaxed. And then move your fingers and toes and bring your legs together. Bend your knees, bring them up to the chest, hug your knees and rock a little from side to side. Wonderful. And then we roll to the side. We come up and sit for a moment to just feel being upright. Eyes closed, shoulders relaxed. Feel abdomen, feel the diaphragm expand and contract. This would be a perfect time for meditation now. You have stretched your body, you have relaxed your body. So if you feel interested, then you can always click on my podcast on the side and you can choose a meditation. Some of them are 5 minutes long, some of them are half an hour long. And you can also go to my website and find more practices, more meditation. So enjoy and explore. Explore the world outside when we can again, but in the meantime, explore the world within. Thank you so much for joining, and I wish you happiness and joy. Much love.